Hey guys, welcome to Abby Bell's Lifestyle, and we are in the kitchen again. Today we will be making a very interesting dish or dishes, and we're going to play a game to figure out what it is that I'm making. So I'm going to give you a couple clues. It's going to be like a little charade and riddles or whatever. First clue. So we'll be cooking up a storm. So as a result, this creature is found in the sea or the ocean. I'm wearing a cat shirt today. And this creature is also referred to as the sea puss in Westmoreland, Jamaica. All right, we're getting there. You warm it. This creature loves to eat crabs and it can change color. Want to figure it out yet? We will be making some octopus. Ew, right? Gross. But guys, it's actually pretty tasty. It does not have a distinct flavor, so you don't have to worry about that. So we'll be currying some octopus and we'll be jerking some octopus. Well, I'll be jerking it in a pan, so our pan-seared jerked octopus. Yeah, the technicalities. That's what we'll be making today. And your tools, grab your phone, take your notebooks, and let's get some notes. And let's open our palates and our minds and let's try some octopus. It's not gross, it's interesting. Grab your apron, go. And you guys, I figured it out now. I'm already in the kitchen, so I need to change that part too. And let's start cooking. Yeah, makes sense. Yeah.
Okay guys, we're making some curried and jerked octopus. We're starting off by making somewhat of a mirepoix. Normally you can cook your octopus from scratch with the typical curry method or jerk method, but it requires a lot of attention. With this technique, it doesn't require much attention and it is easy. So this is the easy technique that I'll be doing. We're starting off by making some mirepoix. We're not doing a traditional mirepoix. A traditional mirepoix contains carrots, diced celery, and diced onions. However, I'm just using a little bit of carrot, lemon, scallion, thyme, ginger, bay leaf, and a lot of lemon because I do like the flavor of lemon in my octopus. And we will be putting this in our pot filled with water to flavor our water, and thus this liquid will flavor our octopus. We'll be cooking it for 45 minutes covered on medium heat, and if you're doing it in the oven, that's 320 degrees Fahrenheit for 45 minutes. It is recommended if you're going to poach it, or rather let it simmer. Two different techniques, similar but different. It is best you do it in the oven because it does maintain that perfect temperature for you. The octopus normally comes cleaned from your fishmonger or your store where you purchase it from. I've never cleaned one before. And you can go ahead and tenderize your octopus mechanically by using a rolling pin or a spoon or a mallet, and pound your octopus to help to break down those muscle, and it will make your octopus a little bit more tender. So you can do that mechanical tenderization process if you'd like. Now we're adding it to our pot with our aromatics and veg, and we're going to cover it medium heat for 45 minutes. As I said, you could cook this from scratch just like any other meat. However, I'm doing a easy technique for those of you who, you're not so good at being keen or paying attention. Maybe I'll do the typical, the typical cooking procedure for a curried octopus one of these days. So we're going on to prepping for a jerk sauce and or curry sauce. There's a recipe on the left of your screen. You can go ahead and use that, or you can purchase it over the counter, not over the counter, but off the shelf. As for the curry seasoning, I am or will be using Blue Mountain Curry, or if you have Better Pat, that's good. Sparkly spices, which I helped with the development of that one. It is a pretty good curry sauce, especially for people who cannot really balance their ingredients very well. That's a good curry. The Grace is not the best. I'm sorry, Grace, I do not like your curry, but it's okay. I have a little cayenne and some turmeric that I'll also be adding to my curry sauce. We will go ahead and blend half of those ingredients for our jerk seasoning. The other half we'll be using for curry, except for well, we will not be using the tomatoes in the jerk. The Grace jerk is pretty good though. I can give them that one. It's pretty good. Our octopus is almost ready, but we're going to go on to blending our jerk seasoning. We're blending it to a puree consistency. It's best to make this sauce before, or the blended seasoning rather, before you need to use it, so that they can sit and the flavors can come together evenly and the taste is, or flavor is heightened. Our octopus is perfectly ready. As I said, this is an easier technique. You can actually cook it from raw in your curry seasoning and spices, but this is just a easier way for those who, you're not the best at cooking, or you just want something that does not require a lot of attention. At this stage, you can go ahead and make a curry sauce. Instead of cooking it up the way that I'll be doing it, you can go ahead and make a curry sauce and add your cooked octopus to it. And as for the jerk, typically when you're doing grilled octopus, you would normally poach it and then put it on the grill. That was my initial thought or idea, but then I'm like, let's do something, or let's try something a little bit different. I'm trying out something with you guys, and I decided to take this route to try with the curry and the jerk. I'm testing again to ensure that it is actually ready. It looks ready and it feels ready, but it's always good to double check. We're going to go on to cutting our tentacles off and seasoning them, cutting them into bits for the curry. And I'm going to keep the tentacles whole for the jerk. Here we are. I'm going to taste a piece just to make sure that it's as tender as I would like it. It's always good to check, the flavor and the texture. You want to make sure that it is exactly at the level that you like. So I'm tasting a little piece. It's pretty good. So let's go ahead and start the other segment. I will be cutting up the tentacles in smaller pieces for the curry, as I mentioned before. And if you have your curry sauce ready, that would be great. And you can just toss it in, and then you have easy curried octopus. Very easy. And as for the jerk, we'll be adding that jerk seasoning that we blended on top, and we'll be searing it in our pot a minute on each side. And we're going to pop it in the oven for 3 minutes on broil to get that charred, look and flavor. There I am adding my curry seasoning to the octopus, and we're going to put in our pot the traditional curry cooking method. You have your curry, your oil, your onions, your peppers on your meat, well seasoned. You're going to put it in, you're going to brown it, then you're going to add your veggies, liquid, and you're going to let that cook down for a bit. As mentioned, your octopus should be at that point of tenderness. It makes no sense you bring it all the way if you're going to cook it down in your curry sauce. That is why I did 45 minutes. Normally 1 hour really cooks it. You don't really want that if you're going to do a second stage of cooking. I'm doing a little bit of jasmine rice to go with our dish today. And there I have my skillet getting nice and hot for those octopus tentacles. It's a quick process. We really want to sear on the jerk seasoning on the tentacles. So a quick in and out, nothing long. It's the same with the curry. We are making a quick sauce, 10 minutes tops. I have some garlic in my oil along with a little bit of curry powder. in Jamaica they would say burn your curry or else you have running belly or something like that. So definitely you put that in. You're gonna stir it together and then you'll add your veggies and a little bit of water. You can add some coconut milk to your curry and then you would have some Thai curry. I'm gonna work on a gravy or rather a jerk sauce. So when you blend the seasonings together, it's jerk seasoning. If you need a sauce, you need to balance everything out. So I'll be adding some ketchup, maybe some fruit juice. I always emphasize on using fruit juices to add a layer of flavor, you know, some depth, some curiosity, some complexity. Yeah. So there I am working on that to add to our octopus. So it's not just spicy, it does have that sweetness to balance out the spice of the jerk sauce. You can add beer, red stripe beer, that's good, and jerk sauces. There we have our curry, it's ready. Stew, it's ready to go, ready to be devoured. Time is saying already, so it's time to plate. Let's check off our dishes and make sure we have everything. So we have our octopus curried and jerk or jasmine rice and a side of asparagus. I'm using asparagus because that's what I have in my refrigerator. It's not anything special, to be quite frank. We're going to plate our jerked octopus first. I'm going to be putting on, normally I would do my sauce on the bottom of the plate, normally. However, I'm adding the rice first. Then I'll go ahead and add my protein, which is my octopus tentacles and my veg. Always try to get height and contrast. So the rice provides that height and we're focusing on our octopus, so of course it's on top of the rice. We're going ahead now to plate our curried octopus with our jasmine rice. And we're going to put the rice in the center so that it soaks up all that gravy from our octopus. And we're going to put the meat around the rice so it gives that hearty, filling look. That's what we're going for with this curry. And remember to clean the edges of your plate, guys. No one wants to eat from a dirty plate. Add in a little bit more sauce. And definitely we're going to put a tentacle or two on top of our rice. Clean the edges. And there we have it, guys. We have our curried octopus and our jerk octopus all ready to go. I hope this opened your minds and your palates, and you can go out and try this. Remember, like, share, subscribe, and tell a friend. And thank you very much for tuning into Abbi Bell's Lifestyle.